that's something that I think over time, doing this show with you guys, I've started to see more of. You know what I mean? And you know, we just showing some love to the little man. And so I think that is what you start to learn. But again, over time is what you tend to see. So fellas, let's get into this, family. Hey, let's pour up.
Dog keeps pulling drive-bys on my butt. It's weird. Can't focus.
Okay, we go cut for that. I'm gonna take him upstairs. Watch out.
He does. He keeps smoking back there.
What we drinking today, man?
You know something? Hey, I'm drunk, Lil, I'm drunk. And you know something? It's beautiful.
What we drinking today, man?
I don't want to get into the particulars, but I know that a bottle of Cavatier and a lady would definitely be involved.
What we drinking today, man? Yo, what's good, family? I'm King Napes, Bud and Hill, and welcome to another episode of What We Drinking. And what we drinking today, we talking makers. Now, I know y'all see the 46 in front of me, you know, that lightly, you know, filtered, smooth tasting, but we don't care about baby brother. What we talking about today, we talking about its cast strength, its wood finish series, none other than the FAE-02. So, Hill, let's talk about it. FAE-02, wood finishing series. What's good on what we drinking, Boston?
So as you mentioned, FAE-02 is the second release of their wood finishing series for 2021. If you watched the channel, we actually had FAE-01 for one of our quick picks, I think.
Yep.
We didn't do an in-depth review, but it was a good bottle. We really enjoyed it. FAE stands for fatty acid esters,
yep.
Right? Basically, like you said before, tip of the cap to what their process of leaving in all of the good qualities that you get from, you know, the barrel.
Yeah.
Essentially, right? And then on top of that, we have process of where they're inserting 10 staves where they do that wood finishing to those staves.
Exactly right. So they take, so basically what we know is that they have that barrel, they're doing different chars, double heat on those barrels, but they're taking these staves that have these different flavors, right? You got your caramel of these staves, and I believe the other one is like I want to say it's
one was cinnamon and one was like a vanilla.
Right, and that's where you're really gonna get those flavors.
They air dry the staves, you know,
right? At least a year before they use
different caramel flavors,
yep.
Vanilla flavors. They specifically stated on the bottle, I guess, with the FAE-02, this is more. The first one was like more fruit forward, so it focused on those flavors.
Yep.
Dried fruits. Dried fruits had tobacco flavoring.
This was texture focused. Is what they stated.
More of that
the creaminess, the smoothness, there.
Non-chill filter, so you had that thick.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the fatty acid esters in there. Is, you know, not removing, not chill filtering and taking out, you know, all that stuff.
Yep. So with those and with the staves that they're using, you're gonna get that Ferran, and for all that don't know, that's the caramel, right? It takes about 5 to 7 weeks before you get that caramel note that comes out within those staves, and then they also, you know, they do age it again with those staves an additional 9 weeks within their limestone warehouse. So you really are getting that infusion that you're talking about with this particular bottle.
That's the finish.
So I am actually a fan of this process that they've been doing for, I think, over the last I want to say 10 years. So it's actually pretty dope. You know what they've been doing
since they did since they started 46.
There you go. So I do like that, and I know they have a barrel proof as well for the makers. So it's really interesting what they seem to be doing, man. So let's talk about it because you know we love it. What is on the nose of this FAE?
Real quick though, limited, right? Limited release also means not just that it's just this year, when it's probably gone, it's gone,
yep.
But then it's limited to just Kentucky and locally here in
Washington, D.C.
So hey, listen, if you're in the area, You want to get a quick pour with the fellas? Let us know. And as always, if you're loving what we're doing, just hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But on the nose, what we getting? We're going to the Bloodhound. Bloodhound, what you feeling, man?
Off the jump, I get cinnamon. My double grill that time was a little strong.
Well, I know
a little bit of vanilla, some caramel, another little baking spice.
So pretty much everything that this bottle was kind of out there and designed for. Like I definitely am getting
something when I smell it. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. What is that?
So
it's creamy.
So I get a gingerbread out of this
cupcake.
I get more of a smell like a fresh, and not the Hostess cupcake was good. Cause I get like a not like a fresh bread, almost like a little bit of a cake, kind of like a cake.
I get like a fresh bread, like a yeasty smell to it.
Yeah, and that's probably what they were looking for, right? You're really gonna get more of that, like I said, that smoothness, that creaminess. And I would say I've been swirling this, and you can see like the legs on these with the viscosity and everything, like how it's almost in a way you can see the gluish feel on the bottle, like when it's dropping.
Like your life depended on it.
I like the gluish.
Yeah, like cause that's where you know how you got the Elmer's glue. When you as a kid you play with it, it kind of dropped down. It's that very much that look, man. But hey, let's get into what's important.
About the color.
Color wise, it's a bourbon, man. To me,
nice little amber. It reminds me more of like a cognac.
Yeah.
That amber color, but
it's not a light color, so you know you're not gonna be as sweet. You know, that's kind of like a keynote. You know, if we get a lot of the darker notes, it's generally darker looking ones. You know, you're gonna deal with a little bit more of that woodiness, a little bit of that spice. But look here, fam, we gonna talk about this taste, man. So let's pour it up.
Oh.
Hey, you know what though? That's heat up front. But there's a sweet note. I know that I think the 01 was supposed to be that fruitiness, but there's a fruit to this that you get the fruits right in that immediateness, but then you get the oakiness right down the pipe right after that. Like you get a sweet up front.
I get a lot of that toasted oak.
Yep.
I get that a lot of that toasted oak.
Barrel.
I get so it goes from like a sweetness to like a creamy to oak.
Yeah, almost like a Sour Patch Kid.
It just transformed from like that sweetness that you get from a full proof to like a creamy mouth feeling to oak.
It tastes almost like cherry a little bit. Like to me,
I get a cherry.
Yeah, it's like a cherry. It's like a cherry note right up front, and then boom, there's your spice. There's that oak. There's that vanilla. A little bit of that caramel. Now I was amazed that I didn't get enough. That's a good one. I'm amazed I didn't get enough of the caramel in that initial taste that I got on my head.
I didn't find a lot of caramel in it.
But for a bottle this was supposed to be the expression where the caramel is supposed to kind of be a little bit more front forward.
You sure? Because it says a texture forward expression that's full body with notes of toasted oak and a rich, creamy finish.
Right, but what do you think that cream means when they put in actual staves in there that are caramel staves, right? Age 5 to 7 weeks, you're supposed to get that, right? So that's why I'm just saying the intent, I think, was there, but I think I expected to get more. Now that's a good point. Do we enjoy it? But you know what? In order for us to say that, do we like it? Fam, we've been doing this for a couple of episodes, so we're gonna actually break this out. This is what we consider our source version for bottles. It's our 5-bottle rating. So essentially what we do with our 5-bottle ratings, just to give a little bit of a background on how we rate bottles, we look at several different aspects. We kind of went back and forth about what would qualify, right? And it's hard to always say what qualifies for things, but we definitely go by taste, look, price, as well as I think what was the other one that we talked about that we wanted to add into that, and your nose and that kind of like that mouthfeel.
Right.
So which goes along with that taste. Based on those things, what do we rate this bottle? Now I'm gonna go back in because I think I'm still on the fence of what I think, but you finished yours.
Yeah.
So based on that, what are you giving this spirit?
I'm stingy, man. Like I said, you can give me Simon Cowell. Also as a nickname, 2.5. This one. 2.5 bottles.
Now that might have been one of our lowest ratings.
No, I gave everything but the midwinters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a staple is 2.5.
You are a tough critic.
Yeah, I'm saying that's pretty much average. I like it. It's solid. Like it's good, not
Good
great.
road.
I mean, I also like the FAE-01. I think I like the FAE-01 a little bit better, so I might even have given that one a 2.75 rating. We didn't rate it before, but no, this is good. For the price, though, you know, so you're talking about that, right? That for me enters in as well to a certain extent, right? I say, you know, I want to first up, is it good? Do I think people will like it? Yes. For $80, $90, I think there's some stuff out there that, you know, you can find that is better than this, but it's not bad. Not bad.
All right.
Not bad at all.
So, Bud, how you feeling, man?
And it's a weeder, right? So
Yeah,
it is a
talking
weeder.
about, you know, different.
Did you say the Bashville on it?
We said with 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14 malted barley.
Yeah, so she definitely weeded. And if you're talking about weeded, yeah, there are some ones that I will say, yeah, for that price point, there's some other brands out there. But Blood, what you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Hill with this. 2.5, middle of the road. It's good, but the factor and everything else with it, 2.5.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a 3. I think it was a solid. I think it was a solid bottle. I like the fact that it was a sweet up front note with it that I immediately got before it tried to, you know, kick me in my esophagus.
But I mean,
with the
109
burn.
though. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's not crazy high. I think that's partially why you enjoy it as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that is
good,
correct.
and it's not really high ABV.
Yeah, no, so that's absolutely right. I will say that it is something because it's not like I've crushed this, you know, the rest of this. I am sipping it slow, which could help me understand. You know, I like bottles I don't just want to drink and I just go through it quickly. So this is a bit of a sipper and I do like that as well. You know, it's keeping me back enough to where I'm just not guzzling it. But I know that we wanted to really kind of quickly bring it in just to kind of keep it fresh in our palates. But we have the FAE-01, so I wanted to do like a quick comparison. I wanted to get your guys' take on what you really think. Let's get a fresh thought on your palates of, do you really feel there's a difference or do you see an improvement in the FAE-01 versus the 02? So, you know, we're gonna get into it.
Let's cleanse our palates.
Yep,
and,
throw some
come
water.
back.
So when we spin it around, fam, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk a little bit of comparison with the 01 versus the 02. I'll let you in a second. Yo, what's good, fam? So we back. We've gone ahead and cleansed our palates, and we're gonna talk about this FAE-01. When I say talk about, we're just gonna drink to see how we feel about it. Does it eke out the 02, or has the updated release actually become a winner?
Different
So
stuff.
let's
Right,
get it
definitely.
on the nose. What we talking? Now we don't need to go into depth. Just do you like it more or less?
The smell?
Yeah.
I like this one better.
Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
right? So this bottle's been mostly in my house, folks.
As you can tell, you do enjoy it. Let me see.
The
Smell wise,
02 smells softer after a couple.
I like the 02 better.
I like the.
There's a nutty, there's a warm caramel. Like I said, the breadiness. I actually think it's a little bit. I enjoy that more on my nose than.
Over the lips and past the gums.
Look out!
Gullet. Here
Here
it
you
goes.
go.
I like the mouthfeel of 01 better.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what?
It's got that tobacco taste that it says on there. I don't know. If you're not a smoker, you may not find it. But let me know if y'all see it. Like an earthy, bitter taste.
Okay, I'm with you, but I like the
That's what it is. I'll take it. That's what I
have
I'll
to
go
say,
with that. I like it.
I like the upfront.
tobacco taste.
I do like the upfront taste of this one a lot better. And actually, you know what? So this one is,
That's the higher
and it's the higher proof one. So it could be because we've already started with proofs. So, but this seems lighter. I don't know why.
That's fine.
It seems lighter in its
Maybe
taste.
it's because you're getting the fruit notes, and
that's
you
probably what it
interpret that
is.
as, you know, lighter taste.
And that's possible,
That
right?
floral.
Versus more of that heat that kind of sits in your spirit. So for me, I would say the 01 is I like the 01.
I'm gonna get the 01.
I like the 01.
2.88 stars. 2.88 bottles.
We don't have to rank that one because
Nah.
we're talking about the but do you feel you like it better? And that's
Yeah.
funny because Star Shirt, so good shout out on that one. Like, do you like
Yeah,
that?
I take it over.
you?
I take it over 02 as of right now. And then, don't mean to cut you off,
No.
but we all know that from head to the middle of the bottle is always questionable.
From here to here, stir. Go ahead, man. But from here to here, it's good. It's good. So I have to agree. I mean, that reference is starting to. I think it's actually starting to become a thing. It's starting to feel very relevant. But yeah, I think the 01 is better. I would recommend if you have the ability to get either of these, buy them both. I think that honestly, in my opinion, get them both. If you get them for close to MSRP. But if you really had to decide, if you saw both on the shelf, I think we would all agree if you only had enough money for one,
FAE-01.
FAE-01 would be your grab, man. Would definitely be your grab. So, family, this has been our episode review of the Makers FAE-02. This is their wood finishing series. This is actually a good series that Makers has come out with. I think that this is gonna it's already excited a lot of bourbon drinkers who like higher proof. I think their wood finishing series is a definitely good add into their entire collection. So, hey, this has been a fun one for us. As always, family, if you enjoy the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit that little notifications bell so you can see when we're giving you more great content. And as always, family, I'm King Nate, Bud and Hill, and this has been another episode of What We Drinking. And as always, please, 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 drink responsibly. But more importantly, just drink. Love. What we drinking today, man?